offense to even greater heights. We saw it on that last pass.
Here's the freshman everybody's been talking about, Dontre Wilson, breaking it, and the shoestring tackle at the 45-yard line to save the touchdown for the Bulls, and the first touch for the 5'10 freshman out of DeSoto, Texas.
They've been raving about this kid's speed, his playmaking ability. Knew we'd see him early in the game.
Dontre in the air as well, Joey, and he has the right frame of mind to make sure he reaches the ball inside the pylon into the end zone. And here is Dontre Wilson looking to make amends. And Dontre Wilson with a burst across midfield. The spin inside the 40. And a big return for the Buckeyes. And now a little pushing and shoving as the Buffalo Bulls have fought back. From a 23-0 deficit, they've scored 13 unanswered as Wilson brings it back 52 yards.
Wilson again flashes playmaking ability, flashes the speed, has the ability to see a hole and hit the hole and get through it. Then gets in the crowd, takes care of the ball, had the mistake.
You give a hint? No. No?
Yeah, you can if you want to, but don't give it away. I know you know the answer. Dontre Wilson took the pitch from Guyton and went all the way to the 41-yard line. King Holder made the tackle. 18 yards on the game for the true freshman.
Well, Wilson's going to be the answer right here. Good job again of reading the options for Guyton and giving him a catchable ball. And dynamic.
And a touchdown. Dontre Wilson, the running back. And the freshman. Another nifty run. Crowd loves it. A lot of them have left. Another warm day, particularly those sitting in the sun. Dennis Harris made the tackle.
Evan Smith just changed his number from 15 to 9.
First down and 10, and they'll hand it off. Wilson around the corner. Dontre Wilson collared out of bounds around the 45.
That's it early in this game. The big strike to Devin Smith. And how about this? Dontre Wilson, the true freshman.
There was no foul for horse collar tackle as the collar was not grabbed.
I like the way the officials are getting together to make sure they have the call correct. You know, the initial call, other guys come in and say, I saw it in 53 seconds.
It's not taking either one of these offenses long. Now it's Wilson. Down the sideline. All sorts of running room, and he's finally corralled at the 40-yard line by Cameron Jackson. A 32-yard gain.
And I do believe that pads Kenny Guyton's stats. That's a forward pass, isn't it? By the way he shovels it forward, it should be a handoff, but people don't do that because if there's a bobble, then it's a fumble. When you take the ball here, shovel it forward. If the receiver drops it, it's an incomplete pass.
At the 10.
Play coverage and tackle here for Cal.
And they'll swing it out into the flats to Wilson. And Wilson will not pick up the first down. He gets to the 21. So a small victory for Cal. In the backfield now for the Buckeyes. Guyton gives it to him. Wilson turns the corner. Cuts it back inside and gets to the 40 and picks up the first down. A 22-yard gain.
How many times in this game have we seen 2nd and long for Ohio State and they've run the football successfully?
Braxton with the read option, pulls it back and throws out of it. And gets it complete now to Wilson, the freshman, and out of bounds as the Buckeyes threaten again.
They brought him out in the backfield. They had Carlos Hyde and Dontre Wilson in the backfield, and they just slid him out. Another wheel route where you're running to the boundary, and then you cut down the field, and he got lost in coverage, and a pretty easy read and throw that time for Braxton.
To go for the throat after the turnover. Instead, he will hand it off to the running back Wilson, and he cuts back. Got a beautiful block. Crosses the 20 and out of bounds. Freelancing. The freshman from Texas does it all on the cutback, and he picked up a couple of beautiful blocks.
And he didn't give up on this, but how about the block by Braxton Miller? He keeps the play alive. That's Borland chasing. Boom, right there. You think Braxton Miller's okay with that left knee?
Very important on the inside of the Penn State defense. Now
it's Dontre Wilson showing why they like to get him the football. The freshman out to midfield and another first down. Pick up a 12.
And you also see the unselfishness of Carlo Hyde. He wants to be the lead blocker when Wilson's in the game, gets a nice cut block on the linebacker.
So Penn State got on the board. They needed that with 4:12 remaining. Now the kick. The Dontre Wilson at about the 5. Wilson's got great speed. Spins away. One more guy to beat. And now the kicker. Dontre Wilson all the way down to the 45-yard line of Penn State.
Talked about this right before the opening kickoff. The coverage concerns. The first kick, he kicked it out of the end zone. This one, short. Wilson gets it. Too much speed. They were concerned coming in, and right after the score, they get a big negative play on their kick coverage, and Dontre Wilson shows you what he's all about.
Boy, some great moves by the freshman out of DeSoto, Texas. Look at that one. Whew. And on 2nd and 3, they fake it to Wilson, and then they throw it to Wilson. Nice catch out in front of him at the 20. Wilson, he's going to go. Touchdown, Ohio State. Fourth-ranked team in the offense of the country offensively by fumbling and throwing interceptions.
Chris Fields has come into the game tonight and played when Spencerson's in the game. When he's in the game, they usually get him the football. They faked it to him, then threw it to him, picked up a block from Fields, and then the speed took over.
Didn't take long to take advantage of the turnover. And the freshman makes it 49-7.
2nd and 6. Wilson with blockers. Wilson inside the 10, and it's 1st and goal for the Buckeyes. Dontre Wilson down to the 4 before Allen and Brown could combine on the stop. 24-yard pickup for Dontre Wilson.
Well, this young freshman from DeSoto, Texas, when I see him, I get excited because I just see in this spread offense of Urban Myers the pressure.
Is the kind of guy is not going to back down.
I remember it's a bad year. It's been a bad 2-year run, and tempers are high in those situations. Dontre Wilson on the return past the 40-yard line and out to the 45. Let's go to Reese in the studio.
Braxton Miller, I mean, they're just so powerful running the ball.
The pitch play to Wilson into the open. Dontre Wilson, the freshman. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And then you have that.
They said they were going to get him the ball today.
Yeah, I see why.
We saw the speed of the freshman Wilson.
Well, Carlos Hyde's a good runner, but guess what? He can lead block. Dontre Wilson, speed to the zone. Led by our great producer, Bo Garrett, excellent director, Mike Schwab.
We find that stuff. Here's Dontre Wilson. Much different style back than Carlos Hyde, but another big gain.
Michigan State scored the first 17, Ohio State the next 24, and the Spartans score 17 cents. Wilson and Dontre Wilson finally taken down as he crosses the 30-yard line with 2:08 to go.
So now it's backed up to a 2nd and 16. Wilson again, this time the near side, and this is the speed that has so many saying he's got a bright future. You can see how he turns it on and gets it back to midfield, the freshman. We'll set up this 3rd down. This time they do get the edge. They hold it to the outside, but now you need your inside help. You got to have the posse coming, because if not, he's going to end up hitting it.
Billy Price regarded as the strongest player on the Ohio State team. They'll sweep it right side. Dontre Wilson. Wow, he picked up a bunch.
Now it's decision time for Urban Meyer. It would be a 48-7-yard field goal, something like that. He has decided he's going to go for it on 4th down.
Well, he's going to bring on the field goal unit, and that includes a freshman foot.
You know, I got the feeling there's going to be no hiding Ohio State's quarterback in this football game. That was a big message to Ohio State.
Out to the 35.
If I'm Tom Herman, or if I'm Urban Meyer, I'm talking to Tom Herman, my offensive coordinator, I'm saying, listen, we got a good defense, but these guys are good. They're going to score points.
Fourth and goal. Barrett, a lot of time, got a man wide open. Dontre Wilson, the hybrid back. It'll be first and goal, Buckeyes. That's a gain of 30.
Wasn't that pretty? Run the ball, play action pass. I mean, there's really nothing new in football. You know, you can run the ball a little bit, you can just down.
9:26 to go. Left side, Wilson.
Woo, was that a quick cut? Holy cow.
He's got a couple of moves.
He sure does. Again, he plays that slot back position. Recruited player out of Texas high school, running back, and you could see the moves.
Pat Elflein was leading the way around the left side.
It has been aggressive offense by Ohio State in the second half.
Second down and 8. Here comes the blitz, some pressure, and the long ball from Barrett. And Wilson made the catch. Wow! Dontre Wilson with Chuck Clark draped all over it.
See, you're going to have those opportunities against this defense. They're going to play single coverage. It might not be a lot of separation. Sometimes you got to throw the ball up and believe your wide receiver will make a play. And you don't make a play much better than what Dontre Wilson did right there.
Will be good work for them.
Kent State won the toss, deferred their option to the second half. So Ohio State begins with the football, and here's Dontre Wilson. And that is one of those speed merchants that the Buckeyes have. If they can get him in space, he can make plays, and he's out to the 42-yard line with a 37-yard kickoff return. So great. I thought I saw Tolstoy in your pork bag.
Yeah, it was. Orange piece.
A little speed end around to Dontre Wilson, and he uses that speed to pick up another first down and 14 more.
This is exactly what Urban Meyer is saying we had to take advantage of. He knew he had an athletic advantage, and here it is. Because they don't have anybody, does Kent State, have the ability that Wilson has in terms of speed.
Be viewed at the end of the year. Dontre Wilson at midfield. So the Buckeyes already with a 3-touchdown lead. About to get the football back. Great field position on a knuckleball out of the end zone. And Wilson on a hop gets down the sideline. Stays in bounds to the 31-yard line of Kent State. And let's check in with
me. He just kind of flicks it out there. You can hardly, quick release, you can hardly see him let it go.
Thomas is the nephew of former NFL great Keyshawn Johnson. And this is Dontre Wilson on the double reverse. And Wilson, big yardage to the Cincinnati 41.
This one goes unnoticed, but not in the film room. Watch J.T. Barrett right here. He gets the block that springs it.
That's Dontre Wilson again. On that sweep, and he is inside the 10. First down, Ohio State, and the flag comes in late. Two of them coming late. They might move this inside the 5. Pump fake to the end zone. Touchdown, Dontre Wilson. First touchdown of the season for the sophomore out of DeSoto, Texas.
To the Hoosiers, that was 104 below Indiana's season average. Flip to Dontre Wilson with great speed. And even though he's a little guy, he fights for the first down. Appeared to get it. Stood up by William Likely.
Maryland has to rotate their defense. They have the safety up, but there's nobody defending the weak side. They have 2 tight ends, trips, and they motion to a quad. So that means 4 guys on one side, and their safety's rotated toward the side where there's nobody. You have to be able to make that mental adjustment in the flow of the game, or Ohio State will exploit it all day.
1st and 10 at the Maryland 45. Wilson. Swung down at the 10-yard line by William Likely.
Urban will repeat plays in a heartbeat, and this is what he does. It's just the same play, the opposite side. You see the 2 tight ends over there. They get a hat on a hat with the lead blocker in Ezekiel Elliott, and Dontre Wilson has a little burst when he gets through the hole.
And Renfro punts into the stiff wind. Low wobbler. Caught on the move by Dontre Wilson. Shoved out of bounds by the punter Renfro inside the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 29.
Versatility of Dontre Wilson, running back, receiver, and right here, the returner. Anytime you have a guy that's this good in space, he's a threat every time he gets his ball. Well blocked by the return team of Ohio State.
32-yard return and a 31-yard punt. Right now 54 degrees with that gusty wind at the back of the Rutgers kicker. Wilson will run it out.
He brought it back because they're so quick.
Wilson takes the direct snap. Their version of the Wildcat. He breaks tackles and nearly broke it for the end zone. He had one more tackle to shed, and he was gone. Lorenzo Waters finally got him down.
Again, you see Longa, number 3, looking around, confused, not lined up properly. And Ohio State's offense is most efficient when it operates at a high.
Wilson takes a direct snap and is dragged across the boundary in Rutgers territory with a first down.
No, what they're
flash and check that Steve Longa made the tackle.
What they're doing now, Sean, is they're putting things on film for people to prepare for. You have a little direct snap with Wilson lining up at the
football and field position, but it is still a critical factor. And with an old school coach like Urban Meyer, it's huge.
They might take a shot right here. Throw to the outside's complete, and it's Dontre Wilson. A pickup of 14 and a first down. The yard line. It'll be Dontre Wilson. And he got to the corner. He's dangerous in the open field. He gets 14 on this play. And a first down as we check in with Robert Flores. Fence finally gets a score. And we've got a 3-point game. Dontre Wilson from the 5. And Wilson weaving his way across the 35. Nice return.
Marked at the 25-yard line. No timeouts. 34 seconds left in the half. Barrett, open receiver, caught. Dontre Wilson would have been better served to get out of bounds. The clock will stop as they move the chains, but then it'll wind again. Taylor Barton made the tackle.
Well, it's all about reading that flat defender. He's low, throw high.
Hasn't happened very often the last few years for Illinois. They haven't won many of them tonight. They send a blitz at Jones. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Dontre Wilson.
Well, Ezekiel Elliott not only runs the ball well, he does everything well, including picking up blitz. Watch number 15 come over here and is able to pick up Kelly, number 4, allowing Cardale Jones to drop it over the top on a perfect throw to Dontre Wilson. That's what Ezekiel Elliott does well, Sean. Everything is to jump out. They have a chance next week.
And maybe what would be Ohio State's best win so far? Win at Navy, the win at Penn State last week. Dontre Wilson. Well, Urban Meyer told us yesterday he thinks Wilson's about to break one in the kicking game, and that was very close. He brought it back 43 yards. Eden Spence made the tackle.
I don't think they have a good win.
Played right through that. He's now in the slot. to the left of Barrett on third down. JT steps up, delivers near side, and coming back for the ball this time, collecting it is Wilson. First down at the 16.
You had two Michigan State defenders get caught up with another receiver, Corey Smith. See how they both stayed up towards the front of coverage, and JT Barrett waited to the last second for Dontre Wilson to break free from the coverage. Two defenders stay up top.
Now the Spartans have a man on him. Barrett rolls, delivers, far side, high throw, touchdown! Dontre Wilson! He has had a rough night, but it's turning around for him. And Ohio State stretches the lead.
What placement by the quarterback. We just talked about his decision making. How about the placement of the football by an undersized receiver? Dontre Wilson's about 5'9" or 5'10". It's a small, tight window for him to be able to make that throw. Gets the ball out on time, away from the defender, and Wilson, as you said, has had a rough night holding on to the ball. Secures potentially the clincher for Ohio State's offense.
Out of bounds, giving Ohio State good field position. And now not even the run-up, just a straightaway kick. Taken by Wilson. And he gets it back to the 35, so it doesn't matter what they do. They get the ball back to the 35-yard line. That was a return of 25.
Tooth on defense, that's for sure.
JT Barrett came on in the first half in relief of Cardale Jones, who threw a couple of interceptions. Barrett comes out throwing, and that was behind Wilson, but he made the catch and turns it into a positive play. Nice grab.
Well, Ohio State, Urban Meyer saying they're going to come out and let their offensive line roll off the ball. Instead, they start with a little swing pass. Excellent catch.
Great experience.
And again, no turnovers today for Ohio State as well. There's Dontre Wilson, who's trying to break out a little bit. He's had a slow start to this season. He's got the first down to the 44-yard line.
Elliott offset now. 6 men coming. Flanker screen. Dontre Wilson.
We talk about guys working away from the ball. Jalen Marshall, who had the monster game, 4 consecutive touchdowns against Indiana last year. Watch Marshall here. This play is all about perimeter blocking. And he's going up against a linebacker in T. Gray Scales.
Fake toss again. Barrett with protection. Throws to the 5 and into the end zone for the touchdown. Dontre Wilson.
So, Kevin, the common theme we've seen through this first quarter is great protection. And that's the offensive line and the backs doing a great job. JT Barrett's had lots of time to be able to find.
Second down and 8 from the 30. The handoff to Wilson. Dontre Wilson adding to those rushing numbers. Gets to the 20-yard line. Dorian Hendricks on the stop. First down. Going to take the direct snap. On second down and 1, Wilson got a block from Weber. Cuts it back. And Wilson inside the 10 where it'll be first and goal. Myers, Ohio State team played their Bowling Green team. Barrett for the end zone open. Touchdown, Dontre Wilson.
Touchdown number 6 is a touch pass.
And that ties his own school record with 6 passing.
So a new set of downs on the Buckeye 25. Barrett to the air. On the run. Able to complete it near the 40-yard line to Dontre Wilson. It's a first down, pick up a 14. Always looking out for the best interest of the company. We appreciate that, Tom.
Thank you.
Here's Parks. The low liner, but a deep kick. Here's Wilson on the return.
He's to the 28-yard line. We talked about the talent of Curtis Samuel. Sometimes you can sleep on Dontre Wilson, who was bothered by an injury for a good part of last year. He's a playmaker, though.
It all starts with the kick. Not a very good hang time right there from Dalton Parks. It allows Dontre Wilson way too much room. The Gunners had no chance. In open field, he's going to have a very difficult time bringing him down. Now, Curtis Samuel and Dontre Wilson, I think they're the two best playmakers on this football team. And any way you can get the ball in their hands, if you're Ed Warner, the offensive coordinator, you got to figure out how to do it. And they're both on the field right now. Curtis Samuel in the backfield.
First down for Ohio State at the 28-yard line with a 31-point lead. Barrett pulls it back. Going to dump it off to Wilson out in space. Stays in bounds with a beautiful cut and spin. Down to the 10-yard line. What a move by Dontre Wilson.
Now this might look a little familiar, Buckeye fans. Remember Braxton Miller's spin move against Virginia Tech? That's the circle button if you're playing PlayStation. Wow. Good luck tackling that.
As a millennial, you would know that.
I would.
Rushing 62 receiving. 4th and 2, the Buckeyes going for it. Here's Dontre Wilson getting the first down. Knocked out of bounds inside the 10. Here's Cassidy Hubbard in the studio. All right, Greg and Lugs, are you buying Texas yet?
Yes. I bought them on Monday with the performance that they showed. I love their run pass options at quarterback. I think they're going to be a factor in the Big 12.
Touchdown for Dontre Wilson. I'm going to say, though, it's not like Charlie Strong didn't win a big game last year. They beat Oklahoma early in the year.
They also beat Baylor at the end of the year, so they had moments last year.
Dave, you and I know full well because we've had them the last couple of years.
For Ezekiel Elliott and the quarterback J.T. Barrett.
Here's the reverse. Wilson. And another first down for the Buckeyes. Under 3 minutes to play. Quick with the tackle. On the other sideline, Bob Stoops, second.
That Lisa had there, that should be disseminated as quickly as possible on the sideline.
3rd down and 8 from the 18-yard line. Barrett with pressure coming, in trouble, steps away, fires a strike, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Dontre Wilson gets the Buckeyes on the board first.
Timeout for an injured player.
Tyler Durbin on for the Tyler Durbin. One more look at the touchdown.
Now they got pressure inside quick, and the tackle should have been made.
That's A.J. Alexander in motion. Barrett to the sideline, wide open Dontre Wilson, and he steps out inside the 20-yard line. First down, Ohio State, 21 yards through the air from Barrett to Wilson.
Now this is just you're in control all the way. So there's the catch. Wilson just actually, I don't believe he stepped out. Yeah, it didn't look like he stepped out, but Chaffee was right there to make the tackle.
Barrett again to throw. This time it's on time. Getting loose is Dontre Wilson. And he finds the end zone for a Buckeye touchdown.
Nice job here, Barrett having some of that time and patience. An even better job of Dontre Wilson to run through contact, keep that route flat across the middle.
he makes plays.
Barrett now with a lot of time. They rush only 3. JT's got all day. Taking a downfield shot for Dontre Wilson, who collects it. Finally, the Buckeyes go downtown and connect.
But it was a good job. Again, you've got a broken play. He just gave a little bit of a look and a hand wave to Dontre Wilson, who's one-on-one with a linebacker. I mean, Bond's trying to run with him and stay with a much quicker Dontre Wilson. This is a great throw and an accurate throw away from the defender.
Barrett pressured again, delivers wide open. Catch made by Dontre Wilson. It's a 1st and goal.
Well, that is a heck of a job by the offensive line. Watch JT Barrett. You talk about quarterback movement in the pocket. Watch him right there. Just step up into the pocket and get the ball thrown over top of Nate Gary, the safety, who is back in coverage. First-time starters have a different feel to them as the season progresses here in this month.
Barrett on 3rd and 5 finds Wilson, who scoots for a 1st down inside the 40. The loss about this time last year.
Great awareness when it collapses and still keep his eyes downfield and make a completion. JT Barrett can do a lot of good things.
He's got a guy running free at the 20-yard line. The catch is made by Dontre Wilson, who dives down to the 8. 1st and goal, Buckeyes.
Well, sometimes you forget about Wilson. He's the lone senior, a guy that makes a lot of plays. Samuel has emerged in his spot. Right now they're getting him reps on the inside. He's right here in the slot position where Samuel would be.
32 yards on that connection. Barrett on the rollout. There's Wilson wide open, and he will stroll in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
When you have man-to-man coverage on the outside, and they're running with wide receivers, you get some pick action. Watch this. 2 outside receivers are going to run inside, pick everybody off. Nobody home for Wilson.
And Anthony, the safety's got to be smarter than that. He's got to know that it's man-to-man. They're doing some rub routes. He's got to get his alignment outside, put himself in a position.
Wolverines not showing pressure on this 3rd down. They rush 4. Barrett gets it out, and the catch is made that time by Dontre Wilson, who's been trying to fight through an injury. He's short. Now they're going to spot him where he caught the ball. So it is a 1st down at the 15.
Surprised that Michigan gave the cushion to Ohio State's Dontre Wilson. They've had such success getting up into the face of the Ohio State receivers, making them work to get open. This time, Dontre Wilson, nobody takes him at the line of scrimmage. He's able to settle right at the 1st down marker and try to lean across to get it.
Just was able to twist free and break the plane there. So Ohio State can